All right, everybody. The show has got a facelift just like Caitlyn Jenner, but we are here, folks. Welcome to episode, I think, 99 of the Pipala show. And yes, we've changed it up a little bit. We're a little bit more professional.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
Let's go. 99.
Brought to you by Ryan Scheibmantel, real quick. Completely at the new podcast campus.
Yeah.
Now we have a new campus, and he actually manufactured this whole table. Right, we got this old table. He was able to sand it down. He stripped it. He painted it. Looks phenomenal. Just give a round of applause real quick.
Thank you. There's
for
only
everybody
one, so I'll
that's
cheer
watching.
for myself. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. I know it looks good. It looks good. Let us know in the comments. It looks beautiful in here.
I think it's very nice.
Yeah.
And speaking of something else that is nice, folks, Donald Trump went back to Butler.
Oh my God.
Yesterday, so 2 days ago when you guys hear it. But real quick, what did you think of the move before we watch this video?
Dude, it looked like, when I tell you, there was so many people there. Mm-hmm. I was watching it on Fox, and Trump was sitting there, or sorry, excuse me, was standing.
Keep riffing. I'm going to make sure it's still recording.
Yeah, you're good. Trump was standing there, and it was like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. He goes, I can't even see all the people in the back. I mean, it was so big. You look at those crowd sizes. I mean, I don't know that there's ever been a president that's had a crowd that big.
Dude,
an outside rally. I'm going to pull it up. You could play that,
yeah,
but
100,000 people.
Yeah, I want to show what the crowd size looked like.
But we're going to play right now. This is Trump, and he had a pretty special guest with him. Elon Musk was there. And so we're going to play it for you guys, but I think it's really crazy.
He's a great gentleman. He's done such an unbelievable job for North Carolina, for Georgia, for Alabama, for Florida, for Tennessee. His name is Elon Musk.
Beautiful.
He saved free speech. He created so many different great things. Where is he? Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send him.
Which, real quick, is also something that nobody touches on, because like Elon has done so much, but what Trump has said, like, created the first American car company in, what do you say, like decades?
Dude, I mean, yeah, it's been what, Ford, Chevy,
Chrysler.
I mean,
GM,
which makes Chevy. So it's all like. That's insane. That is insane.
I know.
You want to sit here and tell me that Elon Musk isn't a fucking patriot?
Come on.
He's an American.
And he's also
a patriot.
He's more African American than Magic Johnson, as we're going to find out here.
American astronauts into space. Take over, Elon. Yes,
God bless him. He's so
and all
autistic.
you fucking liberal pussies online that want to say that, oh, Elon looks like a dumbass, jumping and cheering like that. Your fucking vice president is standing there throwing out fucking
Tim Walz.
Yeah, Tim Walz. He's not the vice president, but your vice president elect on the Democratic side. He's
jazz hands.
Jazz hands. He looks like a creepy uncle. Like, I mean, Elon Musk is a fucking patriot.
And he's also more African American than Magic Johnson. Jumping around like, oh boy.
Hi everyone.
By the way, I love his MAGA hat.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA.
Dark MAGA.
He's a great
dark MAGA. I sent it to you. I want to just emphasize this crowd size. It is humongous.
Let me make space real quick, but I saw this, dude, and we'll go on that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so fucking big. I like you said, 100,000 people.
She said.
It is. I want to say that there was I want to say it was an NBC news reporter who said that they've never seen a rally that big. And I mean, genuinely, these are just people that are fed up. These are people that understand why Trump is running. And that to me is why he deserves the vote. He's a billionaire. And he said it at his last rally. He doesn't have to be running for president. He's had 2 assassination attempts on his life. If he didn't care about this country, he's not going to be a fucking dictator. He didn't do it in 2016.
It was literally a comment that he just made, like, about...
Well, he wanted to be a dictator for a day
as a joke.
Right. Well, it was for fracking and for immigration purposes, to just void the government out.
We're going to pull this up real quick, what you were saying, bro. Look at this crowd size real quick. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Look at this, man. Look at this. Come on.
Yeah. The second video is even better.
Come on, dude.
They'll
And
say it's not that big, but if you watch the second video, it's fucking huge.
Look at the second one.
Dude, there's so many people.
Come on, dude.
My God.
Come on. I heard 100,000 people.
I mean, it looks like it could be more. I don't know what 100,000 people looks like.
It was
100,000
on at like 5 o'clock when I saw it.
Dude, it's nuts.
Look at this, man.
Nuts.
And okay, so like,
Oh my God.
when you take into account the fact that there was an assassination, I can't talk like, wow. There was an assassination attempt like 2 months ago, right? Was it like 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Roughly
yeah.
2 months ago, okay? There was an assassination attempt on this man's life. Number one, when it happened, nobody ran. Everybody was there. I loved how he honored Corey.
I don't know how to say his last name, so I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah, I'm not going to butcher his last name.
Yes.
The firefighter.
Campatori, I think.
Something like I said, I'm going to butcher
Yeah.
it. But, I mean, the fact that they had, he had a little memorial, and then he just went on. He's like, okay, as I was saying.
Dude, as I was saying,
he looked at the chart.
He pointed at the chart. It was the most electric thing I've ever seen. Do you want
to play that full Elon speech?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we'll play that. Because, first off, okay, the fact that Elon Musk
Right.
decided to endorse, he said before, I voted for Obama.
Right.
I didn't change, the left did. And so many people like Joe Rogan have said this too. Now, Joe Rogan has endorsed.
No.
And I would love him to endorse, but I don't know if it happens. But the fact that Elon, man, he bought Twitter, he saved free speech for our country. I mean,
Yeah.
this is so huge that he even said, he's like, I lost a child to the trans cult.
Yeah.
He legit. So let's see.
Before you play this though, let's take into account the amount of billionaires or millionaires, whoever, that have come out and publicly supported Donald Trump. Okay. Elon Musk. That's it. Genuinely, there's not many people that are coming out.
Is Jamie Dimon a billionaire yet or no?
I don't think so.
So you have JP Morgan Chase.
Yeah, I don't think so. But anyways, okay, we have Elon Musk, who has bought X and turned it into this free speech paradise that honestly
That we use every single day.
every episode, everything we pull is from X. Anyways, like I was saying though, you look at Kamala Harris. Why is every single celebrity endorsing her? It's not because of the Democratic Party. They don't give a flying fuck about her stances. Their lives don't change no matter who gets in office. They genuinely don't.
It's because they're a satanic pedophile sex cult.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's
And
true.
also,
and Kamala Harris is involved.
Also a death cult, too, when you have 25 abortions outside of the DNC in 3 days. What?
Sickening.
And they bragged about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing on, though, bro, they don't give a shit about Kamala.
They don't.
Kamala's just a cog in the wheel. She's just a pawn.
Right.
And
And they're afraid of Trump because he's going to expose everything.
Exactly, and now he knows how to govern. He openly said, I think it was to RFK, and RFK was talking about to Tucker. He said, listen, when I got in, I didn't really think I was going to win, and I didn't know how to govern. Now he knows how to govern,
Right.
and now he knows how to put people in charge, not named Mike Pompeo, former director of the CIA, and John Bolton.
Right.
All these neocons, all these warmongers.
Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly was there at the rally.
Yeah, that's right. But, man, we'll play this. Do you want to say anything else before we play this
No,
real quick?
we'll get to this.
We won't play the whole thing either.
No.
We'll play 2 minutes. Here we go. So this is I don't know what just happened here. Technical difficulties, folks. Whoops. Anyway, we'll play this Elon the speech. It won't be for the full time. The full time is
5 minutes.
5 minutes, 6 minutes. It won't be that. We're in the new studio. We're gonna adjust it. It's gonna be fun.
That's why we can't talk. We're just so fucking excited.
Exactly.
Hi, everyone.
All right. So we saw this part.
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm Dark MAGA.
Dog MAGA.
Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire.
Literally.
Yeah.
And we had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs. And another who was fist pumping after getting shot.
I know who I'm voting for.
Fight, fight, fight!
Fight.
Blood coming down the face. Now, America is the home of the brave. And there's no truer test than courage under fire. So who do you want representing America?
Trump.
Yeah, absolutely.
America,
I think
America,
this
America.
election, I think it's the most important election of our lifetime. This is no ordinary election. The other side wants to take away your freedom of speech. They want to take away your right to bear arms. They want to.
Which pause, because I don't know that we're going to touch on this during the show, but Hillary Clinton did just come out and say that
They're gonna try and plan something.
right. Well, if free speech or whatever isn't. I think it was Twitter, right?
Yeah.
If they don't do something about Twitter, then they lose. Meaning, like, if they don't censor Twitter,
We can just deviate from this real quick if you want. We could touch on that.
yeah, Elon Musk, you're a beautiful human being. Thank you
Beautiful.
for endorsing Donald Trump, and thank you for being a true patriot.
A very true
Genuinely.
patriot. Also African American.
Right. Who's not pandering to anybody. Like, there's not a single person that speaks at Donald Trump's rallies that pander to people. Whereas you see Magic Johnson, that we're going to touch on, specifically panders to black men, that you need to vote for black men. You need to vote for Kamala Harris. And in the Democratic side, white dudes for Harris, which are all gay. Those dudes are all fucking gay. Oh my God. But anyways, this beautiful smut, Hillary Clinton. God, she's ugly. God.
She looked. Listen, 2015, 2016, she was looking good.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Contrary to popular belief, before we begin here, I think that Hillary was actually likable in that campaign. More so than Kamala.
I agree. If you're going to compare her to Kamala Harris and do that, then yes, I agree. But I think looking at this right here, you can 100% rule out that Hillary Clinton or Bill are taking the adrenochrome because God
Bill
damn.
looks like shit too. Yeah, seriously. But this is Hillary talking about, wanting to ban X and really what's the thing? Restrain free speech, because she said we will lose control if that happens. Here we go. So 3, 2, 1. Alrighty.
There should be a lot of things done. We should be, in my view, repealing something called Section 230, which gave platforms on the internet immunity because they were thought to be just pass-throughs, that they shouldn't be judged for the content that is posted. But we now know that that was an overly simple view, that if the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. There should be...
Alrighty. So, real quick here, let's just discuss something real quick. The people that have been in favor of censorship in the past have always been wrong. They have always been the bad guys. So, the fact that Hillary is openly saying the quiet part out loud now, we will lose total control. You're damn right you're going to lose control. And for a good reason.
Right.
You've been running the show for, let's just assume, right, since the 60s. This cabal has been, since they killed JFK.
Yeah.
They've been running the show. Maybe I don't have any evidence of prior, right? But these people, whoever this cabal is at the top, right, they've been running the show.
The deep state.
The deep state. And they haven't been successful. We've been getting, or maybe successful in their eyes, right? They're making money with all these foreign wars, whatever, but we, the people, have been slowly losing our rights.
Right.
And we saw it during COVID, and people really woke the fuck up. And so now, people like this bitch, who, she's on death's door, God bless her, but it's coming down. It's all coming down.
It is.
I'm very excited to see what happens with Diddy too, that fallout too, because she's guilty. Bill was at Epstein's Island 26 times. Just let's say that again. Let's get that circulating again.
Hanging out.
Just hanging out. Yeah, just talking to the women. He's not doing anything to him, just talking to the women. But I cannot wait to see the ruler class come down, and the people are truly going to get power. That's what I love about this, man. Fuck Hillary.
And it's beautiful because Hillary wants to sit there and talk about how, oh, yada, 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 we're going to lose our power, da-da-da. You want to know what kind of power they're doing? Luke, pull it up. This doucher from MSNBC who literally got caught probably trying to fuck whatever girl he was talking to, and then explaining to her that MSNBC has basically just been pushing Kamala Harris's narrative the entire time.
Yes, this is true too. Give a little riff. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I forget his name, but basically, he looks like he's on a first date. You might as well just look it up. I forget his name, but just MSNBC endorsing Kamala, maybe.
Yeah.
But, excuse me. So, anyways, he gets caught. He's sitting there having a glass of wine with what I'm assuming is a beautiful lady sitting across from him. And he's all smiles. He smiles ear to ear. And he's basically just talking about how MSNBC has been doing this for the entire campaign, where they are pushing Kamala Harris's narrative, which is, it's no secret. You look at NBC, you look at NBC, you look at CNN. I mean, obviously CNN and Fox are their own party's news outlet, but ABC, NBC, these people should be just telling you the news. And that's not what's happening, because you saw the statistics. If you watch the Fox News broadcast of the it was either the presidential or the vice presidential debate. I forget where it was, but you look at the Kamala Harris and Tim Walz campaign. They're getting like 89% coverage of good publicity, where 89% coverage on Donald Trump is bad publicity. Obviously, like, it's no fucking secret, but we're gonna watch this. I think it's OMG O'Keefe Media Group, because he's going to be interrupting because I watched this video. But you kind of give a little bit of it. I forget this queer's name, but he, like, look at the girl just on the hand motion of her wine glass. I guarantee you she's a beautiful lady. And this creepo, just watch his mannerisms. He's smiling ear to ear. He wants to get in this lady's pants, so he's going to tell her the truth.
But also, too, you find this more and more in leftist media. I think CNN, they had this, too. They have these undercover journalists. And, like, whoever these people are, this ruling class that are in charge of all this shit, they're happy to let people know.
Oh my God, yeah! Look at this.
They're happy to let people know.
I'm telling you, Luke,
this is a slap in the face to Americans, like true Americans, right? The American people, in terms of making their own freedom and having their own choices.
And what's sickening is the American people do not even know that this is happening. Like, unless you are on Twitter, like MSNBC is obviously not covering this.
Fat fuck.
So unless you're on Twitter. Unless you're on the right side of Twitter, you're never going to see this. And this needs to be something that's talked about.
I feel like we're doing our part, though, putting it out there right now.
It is, and it's going to be a clip, and it's going to be a short. Why, MSNBC, why are you pushing Kamala Harris's narrative? And I want you to give an explanation for what's about to happen.
Well, you know why, because they can control here. Here we go.
So do you feel like MSNBC is doing enough to help the Harris campaign?
I mean, they're doing all they can.
Meet Basil Hamden, a writer and producer for MSNBC's weekend show, Iman. Basil also reveals that, quote, what her message of the day is their MSNBC's message of the day.
What have they done to help the Harris campaign?
Amplify her message. What her message of the day is their message
Look
of
at
the
his
day.
smiling.
Hamden revealed that MSNBC is the Democratic Party's mouthpiece and is doing anything to get Kamala elected. Hamden says this news network is indistinguishable from the Democratic Party.
Of course.
So is MSNBC just like doing whatever it takes to get Kamala elected?
Yes. It hammers home the point that I'm making, that this news network is indistinguishable from the party.
Are they just the Democratic Party's mouthpiece?
Exactly.
MSNBC is the Democratic Party's mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Bang!
Yeah.
Basil calls MSNBC viewers...
That's all you need to see. That is all you need to see.
So if you watch MSNBC... you are essentially being propagandized. Also, Joy Reid, fuck you, you bald bitch. I just wanted to get that in there.
And also, too, if you continue to watch that, Basil talks about how MSNBC viewers are basically brainwashed. He calls you brainwashed.
And you just take it. You just continue to watch. So that's fine. If you want to do that, you want to continue to be a product of propaganda, and you want to be a pawn, basically. You want people to control you. That's fine. But speaking of control, our government has no control on this Hurricane Helene. And I could go off. We can make this the entire...
Well, the government does control the weather.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
No.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, it is.
But they have no control on the fallout after the fact.
No, they don't.
It seems like they don't give a fuck. And it pisses me off, right? Because we're going to go real quick to a tweet from Kamala Harris, Madam Vice President at the moment. And we're going to show you where her allegiances really lie and what she cares about, because it damn sure isn't her voters. Here we go. So
we'll preface this before this, because we have to preface the fact that they elected to send, right before the hurricane, they elected to send, I believe it was $8 billion to Ukraine.
Correct.
$8 more billion to the Ukraine.
Correct.
And then 2-3 days later, what happened was, obviously, Hurricane Helene hit multiple states.
Tragic.
Destroyed areas, destroyed lives.
Over
destroyed
200
homes.
people that are dead.
Exactly. FEMA, which is the Federal Emergency Management
Association?
Yes.
I think it's association.
It is. They have now since came out and said they are out of money. Why? Because we've given so much to Zelensky. And Donald Trump has actually said that FEMA money is going to migrants. And guess what?
We have something about this, though.
I know. Is it KGP?
I think so, yeah.
Or KJP?
We'll play that. But real quick, I want to just read this from the Vice President,
Absolutely.
the Democratic Party candidate for President of the United States, because it pisses me off. This is from October 5th. This is yesterday, which is 2 days ago when you guys will be watching at 7:37 p.m. The people of Lebanon are facing an increasingly dire humanitarian situation. I am concerned about
Why are we talking about Lebanon?
That's the first thing. She continues, I am concerned about the security and well-being of civilians suffering in Lebanon and we will continue working to help meet the needs of all civilians there. I got ahead of myself there. To that end, the United States will provide nearly $157 million in additional assistance to the people of Lebanon for essential needs such as food, shelter, water protection, and sanitation to help those who have been displaced by the recent conflict. This additional support brings the total U.S. assistance to Lebanon over the past year to over $385 million. Fucker, why are you announcing this? Nobody is proud of this. Nobody likes this.
There's
Shut
not a single
the
person.
Fuck
like
up.
just scroll the comments there. Libs of TikTok. What are you giving Americans in North Carolina? The answer is $750.
Jake Shields, we sent billions to Israel to bomb Lebanon, then millions to Lebanon to rebuild it. How does this make sense?
Yep. And wokeness. What about the people of North Carolina? Exactly.
You can't be this dumb right now, or maybe you are. So we're gonna go to Karine Jean-Pierre, what's her title? Press secretary.
Yes.
The press secretary for the United States, currently for the Biden administration, the second one in this administration, by the way. So what about Karine Jean-Pierre, KJP? Well, here's her from October 2024 talking about FEMA, and then September 22 talking about FEMA. You'll notice the difference.
No, Biden did not take FEMA relief money to use on migrants. So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's emergency food and shelter program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants. No, Biden did not take...
What, bitch? What? Once again.
FEMA relief money to use on migrants.
You heard it right there from the horse's mouth. I don't know how more obvious it is. We are being... Wow, I can't talk. We are being played. We are being played.
We are
absolutely played. We're fucking fools. All of us are fucking fools. And they wanna try and put restrictions on us again. They wanna be able to restrict free speech, because why should you be able to talk about your leaders?
Well, you want to know why you want to know why? Because if they were able to restrict free speech, we wouldn't be able to go back to 2022 and pull that video of KJP up talking about how, oh, hey, we're sending money from FEMA to migrants. That's exactly what she's saying. Soy boys.
Oh, hold on. No,
Sorry.
I didn't mean to click on that.
You're good.
But like looking at this, man, we're not going to pull this up here, but they gave $2 million to South Carolina for hurricane relief. We're looking at a Twitter article. You guys won't be able to see it. $157 million to Lebanon. $2 million to South Carolina. Once again, $157 to Lebanon, bro. I don't care which Lebanese person, I don't know if they're worth that. That's what I'm saying.
And that's the issue. That is the issue, is the Biden campaign is time and time again. And guess what? Kamala Harris is directly connected to the Biden campaign.
Time and time again
have proven that they do not give a flying fuck about American citizens. They are letting in millions upon millions of migrants a day. I'm begging you. I don't care how far left you are. And if you are far left, this podcast probably ain't even reaching you.
It's not yours.
But I pray that you just go on X and type in the border situation. Type in and look at how many people are running across the border. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. And it is not the fact that I am against immigration. I am just against third world immigrants coming here to destroy America and getting treated better than Americans. That is what it is at the end of the day, Luke.
Oh, you want to talk about the ruling class. You want to talk about a Republican that I despise. If this video loads and I start riffing, okay, you want to talk about a Republican that I fucking despise. Undercover lesbian Lindsey Graham. Fuck you, Lindsey Graham. You fat fuck. You have no children and you feel the need to rule over us and tell us what to do. Here's Lindsey Graham on Fox. repeating the propaganda, essentially, because you, sir, are a state-sponsored leader. You, sir, are part of the ruling class. Here we go.
You can thank Donald Trump and Elon Musk for that.
But look, you know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. Our friends in Israel.
Look what's going on in Israel.
Hold on. Let's replay this here, because he's talking about the hurricane, right? He's talking about going all over the Carolinas, and then he says, well, look how much we have to give to Israel. Look real quick. This guy is a war-hungry... I can't even talk. I hate him so much.
Trump and Elon Musk for that.
But look, you know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel.
Like what? Like what the fuck are you saying? We're talking about America.
We don't give a fuck what happens in Israel. Our country is underwater.
Want to kill them, destroy them, a second Holocaust in the making, and Biden says be proportional. What is the proportional response to people who want to kill you and your family? God. They're running out of ammunition.
You heard Hannity in the back go, oh, God.
Hey, I do not give a fuck about Israel when my country is literally under fucking water. Nobody wants a war. Nobody wants a war with Iran. I know you want a war, you fat fuck. You're licking the chops. You want all this money. You're signing missiles. Remember this? Killing Russians.
I remember.
Best money we've spent. A fucking criminal. The devil right here. This is Lindsey Graham, not from hell. Lindsey Graham
Undercover
of hell.
lesbian.
This is this is Lindsey Graham of hell. He is just an undercover lesbian. I mean, look at the way he talks. Listen to the way he talks.
We have to help our friends.
Our friends.
What are they doing to help us?
I don't know a single person in Israel. Do you?
No!
Then I don't think they're my friends!
Right, do you think Lindsey Graham has fucking pen pals in Israel? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Look at him in that fucking double chin.
And here's my other thing, too. We're talking about Iranians or, you know, people in Israel.
I think it's
Iranians,
Iranians, by the way.
Oh,
that sounds kind of racist.
But we're talking about people that are displaced from, you know, in their home countries or whatever. Talk about the people that are displaced in fucking South Carolina, that are underwater, that can't rebuild their homes, that literally have nowhere to go, and you want to sit here and go, oh, let's talk about Iran.
This fucker, believe it or not, is a senator from
Israel,
no, that's fine. This fucker, believe it or not, is a senator from, you guessed it, North Carolina. His home state, the state that he represents, is under fucking water. A hurricane has just hit, and he said, well, we got to go help our friends in Israel. Shut the fuck up, you fat lesbian. I'm sorry. Fuck Lindsey Graham. I hate you. I hate you more than anything. You want another war. You want another foreign war. I do not want to go to war in Ukraine. I do not want to go to war in fucking Israel, the desert, a place that is always going to be violent no matter what. I'm sorry. I don't. I care about my country.
Exactly. And that's what you should care about. You are a spokesman for United States citizens. So let me ask you, you're going all over South Carolina, you're going all over North Carolina, whatever you're doing. Do you really think that you spoke to one person there that said, I know my home is gone, but look what's going on in Israel. Please don't help me. Please go send money to Israel.
I bet that Lindsey Graham, my prediction, this is just a thought, I guarantee you he hasn't lived in North Carolina since he got into office. This fat fucker has lived in Washington his entire political life.
I bet.
He has probably been sucking on the tit of lobbyist, offering him the most money to vote whatever way possible. Fuck Lindsey Graham, dude. I hate Lindsey Graham. Let's keep going. So,
I mean, basically, we could just wrap up the hurricane. Obviously, everybody here at the Luke Pipala show, which means me and Luke. Everybody here at the Luke Pipala show just wants to say we are with you. We apologize.
I mean, real quick,
we don't apologize.
I want to say one more thing. I want to say one more thing real quick. This is like when you talk about Lindsey Graham and when you talk about deviating that whole conversation onto Israel, right? Like, this is North Carolina. And I'm trying not to get like emotional talking about it, but like, bro, if this was your hometown, you would feel away. And they only gave $750. Look at this, man. They only gave $750 per person. How about we invest in infrastructure to rebuild? Like, look at this, man. Come on. Like, if this was your home, you would feel different. My heart hurts for all these people, dude. Look at this, man. Washington doesn't give a shit.
They don't. And like, you hear the stories, Luke. You hear the stories about a mom and two twin babies that were found. An elderly couple that were found hugging. I mean, those are just two of the hundreds of stories of dead bodies, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting that the government just wants to basically turn their backs on their own people. It really is.
All right, and so I wanted to share one more thing real quick before we. I know you were talking about the topic or whatever.
Well, we
will wrap it. We
don't even have to wrap it. I just want to say everybody here at the Luke Pipala Show obviously is with you, and we apologize that your government has turned their back on you because they have, and it's disgusting what they're not willing to do for you, but they're willing to do with other countries. Sincerely, like, I can't even imagine. Obviously, you're not watching this show, but I can't even imagine what you're going through, what it feels like for your entire house to just be swept away, loved ones lost, the corner store, the grocery store, whatever that you used to go to is just gone. It's so sad. It's so sad. And we're here with you. And obviously, what it takes fellow Americans. It takes Americans gathering together. Fuck the government.
I wish there was something we could do.
And fuck everything. That's what it is. And it's disgusting. And you want to sit here and talk about how, the government is... Anybody who wants to sit there and say, the government's doing enough. Kamala Harris was literally on an episode of Call Her Daddy while you guys were getting...
That's another
fucking swept away. And Donald Trump was there helping. If that doesn't solidify who's an actual American, who deserves to be the president, like, Donald Trump's not going on a stupid podcast while, especially Call Her Daddy, because the reports were that Kamala Harris was sitting there on Call Her Daddy talking about abortion rights.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about abortion right now. I don't give a flying fuck about abortion right now. You don't need to worry about abortion right now. I know it's not your state necessarily, but it's America. And when you watch your government turn a blind eye to fellow Americans to just support others that don't even live here, it's foul. It is foul. The illegal immigrants that are coming in here are getting more money than hurricane relief victims. Like, how does that work, Luke? How does that work?
I don't know. And I'm trying to find this, and I'm not going to be able to find it. So thank you for riffing. I wish I could find this. This was like a church in North Carolina, and I'll briefly talk about this, bro. There was a church in North Carolina, and I think it was a church.
You could probably just pull the picture up and put it in.
I know. Yeah.
No, not on here, but I'm saying. Like,
in post.
In post, yeah. Because I know what you're talking about.
Hold on. I actually found it. I just found it. This is the coolest thing. All right, we're going to play this for you. So real quick, just to end on some hope. There's always going to be hope. And like I said before, Shai was saying, I wish we could do more. But by simply talking about it, I think the show helps. Just the fact that the government, for whatever the reason, they don't want to do the work to help these people out. These people have lost their homes, and they're probably never going to have them again. But I feel like this video, real quick, that we're going to play is very inspirational. Whether you're religious or not, I think this is just a very positive message, and it's something positive to end on. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers are with the people, not just in North Carolina, but Georgia, Alabama, everybody that's been hit by this Hurricane Helene. Right. Everybody that's suffered, and we're not just saying that. Like, we genuinely feel these emotions, and if there's something we could do in Ohio, we would do it. But...
And speaking of this, so it's Camp Greenville is it North or South? North Carolina. This is an actual very popular spot, very popular church because of where it's... Is it a full-blown church, or is it just a... I didn't think so.
I don't think it's a church.
No, It's
like a sanctuary, we'll call it.
Right, it's a sanctuary. It overlooks a beautiful, beautiful view. And there's just one lone cross that sits there. You've probably seen it before, but if you're not a believer, if you do not... believe in the Lord, I don't know what else to say other than just watch this video. I'm going to get goosebumps, and you should too. Thousands of homes, millions of American people have been displaced, all these issues, but one thing stands.
You're going to love this. It's beautiful. I teared up the first time I saw this.
Like, it's beautiful just in and
this
of
is,
itself.
This is out, obviously after the hurricane. That's so cool. The crosses. I mean, obviously there's structural damage.
There's structural damage all over that, but one thing still stands. Like, I have goosebumps.
I know, me too. Me too. I think they show the cross at the end, if I'm not mistaken. They might not.
No, they definitely do, because it is the one thing that stands.
Yeah.
They have to show them.
They better.
Well, I don't think they are.
All right, well, hold on. No, hold on, because the cross is right here.
Yeah, the cross is during the video.
Point is, right, you go back.
Right here.
And look at what's standing. It's the cross right here. Like, if there's not a better message that, I mean, obviously for not millions, but thousands of people that lost their relatives, like, things are not okay. And for the 200 plus people that died, right, things are not okay, but there's always a reason. I'm not saying that it was these people's time. No, this was a terrible event, but in the end, like, Jesus always wins, and so it's very important to have faith that things are going to get better, because they will get better, but not because of the government, because of people helping people. So I once again, our hearts and our prayers are out to the people that have suffered from this and that are going to continue to suffer from this.
Absolutely.
And we don't just just say it. Like, we actually, like, we're talking about this on our show. We want this people to talk about it, because this is real.
Right. Right. And that's the thing, Luke, is whether you're religious or not, I mean, there's a reason that cross is still there.
There's a reason the cross is still there.
And if you want to sit there and just say as little as, oh, it's still there because, it might not have been hit or whatever the case, like, look at the roof around it. Look at everything around it. Like, it's in shambles, and the cross still stands. So,
can we segue to Magic Johnson?
Absolutely. So, to segue from heaven to AIDS, ladies and gentlemen.
that was a really positive message. But speaking of being HIV positive,
speaking of being positive,
Magic Johnson. So Magic Johnson was in the news recently. He said that black men need to understand they must vote for Kamala Harris. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm not a black man, but I guess I wouldn't know. So we're going to play this video for you, and then we're going to show you how much Magic Johnson thinks of being a man. Hold on one second here. We're having some technical difficulties. It's the first time using a mouse on the Luke Pipala show here.
You need a mouse pad for the Luke Pipala show.
I know. I'm a little excited. Excuse me. Here we go. So this is Magic Johnson talking about black men and talking to them why they need to vote for Kamala. Here we go.
Now, there's a lot of black men in here, and I don't mean to, not talk to other people, but this is important. Our black men, we got to get them out to vote. That's number one.
Well, they're going out to vote, but they're voting.
Look at the white bitch back there shaking her head.
I know.
Kamala's opponent promised a lot of things last time to the black community.
I mean, they had record low unemployment. What do you mean?
What? Elaborate on that.
We got to make sure we help black men understand that.
Understand what?
Yeah, elaborate.
So that's why I'm here, to make sure I help black men understand. First, get out and vote, and then vote for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
So here's the the spokesman for black men saying two things. You got to get up and vote, and then vote for Kamala Harris. What the fuck does that even mean? You want to talk about being a spokesman for black men, and you couldn't even raise a proper son, Magic Johnson.
Well, what do you mean, Shide? What are you saying? He didn't raise a proper son?
Let me just talk to you. He's talking about black men. So do you think when he's saying black men need to get out and vote that he's talking about his son, Luke?
I don't know.
Or do you think he's talking about his daughter?
Oh, talk about that real quick, because it's not pulling up online.
You're good. Basically, Magic Johnson has a trans son, and there's nothing against the trans community other than, most of them are, pretty creepy. But, however, Magic Johnson wants to sit there and tell you that you need to vote as a black man. And Donald Trump promised so much to the black community that he didn't deliver on. Really? Like you said, record low numbers in unemployment, which is probably one of the biggest issues within that community. And I'm not sitting here being racist. I'm just saying, if you look at the facts, it's true. It's true. Donald Trump had record low crime, and if you look at the statistics, I forget the exact percentages, so I'm not even going to talk about it. But I mean, you want to sit there and you want to say that Donald Trump promised and he didn't deliver. Really? Donald Trump promised and he didn't deliver. Go ahead. Are you able to?
Yeah, it's not loading. Damn it. Well, there goes my thunder. Okay, right quick. Look, this is Magic Johnson's son.
This is the black men that need to vote right
This
here.
is right. Magic Johnson is telling black men, hey, you need to vote, but this is the black man he raised. Shut the fuck up. You do not know anything about normal people when you raised this.
I agree.
I digress.
I agree.
My thunder was killed. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's ridiculous that the Democrats want to say that the Republican Party is the most racist side, and we've talked about this on the show a million times. Donald Trump probably, I don't know for a fact, but at that Butler rally, I guarantee you, he did not specify anything about race.
No,
he
that's
didn't
not
go
part
into
of his campaign.
anything. It's not a part of his campaign. But you know what the Harris campaign relies on? It relies on pandering to every race, to every ethnicity, to every gender, all 90 of them, because don't forget that Kamala Harris wants sex changes for illegal immigrants. Tim Walz is okay with sex changes for not even young adults, minors. Yeah. So I mean, it's ridiculous. But you want to talk about pandering to different groups?
No, Shai, they're pandering to weak men respectfully, not
they
just
are.
different groups. So what are we talking about for the viewers?
That's what I was going to bring up
for the viewers. Talk about it. I'm sorry that I cut you off.
No, you're good. So I was going to segue into the fact that Kamala Harris is sitting there pandering to different groups. Excuse me. And we've talked about it again on the show. You have Kamala Harris. She's married to confirmed gay man and
piece of shit Doug Emhoff.
Piece of shit woman beater Doug Emhoff.
We'll talk about that.
And then her vice president candidate is again confirmed gay man Tim Walz.
And we'll talk about him too.
So you look at the cuck Democratic agenda. That's what it is. That's basically what it is. And yes, right-wing shows have continued to use this term cuck, but it's true. The Democratic Party is all just a bunch of cuck soy boys, and that's what it is.
And here's why.
But what I was going to say is you look at who is the big activists on Twitter. Harry Sisson, he's a homo. So is Chris Mowry. So is the other dude that was trying to beef with Bryce Hall online. Like, all these soy boys that are sitting there saying, "Oh, Project 2025." They're there for abortion. Or, they're pro-abortion. They're pro women's rights. Everybody is pro women's rights. Like Donald Trump is not sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm against women's rights." No,
I'm sure Donald Trump has forced women to get abortions too. For being honest,
I mean, yeah, probably. But I mean, here's the thing: like, you want to tell me that the Democratic Party is a strong party when in reality all it's doing is just making these weak men forefront of their campaign.
So what did the weak men do? Let's talk about this. This was something called Rage Against Project 2025. What is Project 2025?
I'm sorry. Before we get into
Go ahead.
Did Donald Trump ever once say that he was,
I think he actually
in support of
denounced
Project
it a couple times.
Really?
Actually, every time they asked him.
So that's great. So if I sit here and tell you that Kamala Harris didn't grow up a middle-class American, what would you say to me?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I would agree with you. I've seen the facts.
Well, I was more or less saying, well, you would say that she said it multiple times.
Well, she has.
She said, I grew up a middle-class American.
You grew up in Canada, bitch.
Exactly.
First off.
Exactly. But she wants to say that she grew up a middle-class American, and she said it multiple times. So she could say it until she's blue in the face and avoid all questions. But guess what? The fact remains that if I sit here and say that Kamala Harris didn't grow up a middle-class American, you would say, no, she said it multiple times.
I would say you're racist is what I would say.
Exactly.
All right, so
Donald Trump has denounced Project 2025
many times, and they still continue to repeat the lie. Why? Because their voters are fucking idiots, and they will believe the lie. If you repeat a lie enough, we as human beings are actually idiots, and so we'll believe you. But look at what they're doing, man. These men that have...
Whoa, put air quotes on that.
Yeah, you're right. These males who probably...
Whoa, I don't even know about that.
I don't even know what it is. These things, right? These human beings that claim to be men, that I guess had their testicles removed at birth. This is Chris Mowry, and this is a tweet. I guess he's a influencer that's 22. He goes, "Hi, my name is Chris Mowry. I'm 22. I'm gay, and I'm voting for oh, not gay.
I believed it for a minute. I read that whole thing like 2 minutes ago. I was like, I didn't see where he said he was gay.
And I'm voting for Kamala Harris in Georgia. You're like the only white dude in Georgia voting for Harris, but whatever. I went to a rage cage today. Fuck Project 2025 and Donald Trump." What? I went to a rage cage today. This is like those ads when they have women just throwing glass in rooms to like channel their anger. You are such a pussy. All right, so we're going to play this for you. What is a rage cage, Ryan Scheinbantel? Well, we are about to finally witness it. Here we go. So they're throwing plates against, I guess, a concrete wall to rage against Project 25.
Did you hear that? I think did he moan? I don't hear a single male voice cheering. Do you? I hear all women going.
Can I be honest real quick with you right now? I can't talk because I've had so much coffee.
No, you're good.
All right, so here's what's going to happen when the war breaks out. When the war breaks out, this guy, I don't know what he's going to do. They're going to find him. The Muslims from Palestine, or whatever, I don't want to say Muslims, wow. The people from Palestine that invade our country, or let's just say the migrants, right, because this guy voted for. When the migrants take over our country, this guy is a soy boy, right? He's not going to fight back. He's basically, they're going to find him. He's going to get fucked.
I was about to say that.
He's going to get fucked. He's not gonna put up a fight because he's a pussy. Because he's raging against Project 2025 and he thinks that'll help by throwing plates against a wall. Being cheered on by liberal women that, quite frankly, would have the same outcome happen to them. And so this guy right here, he would get fucked by the migrants, and they would kill him because he wouldn't put up a fight. He wouldn't defend himself. What a pussy! What a pussy thing to do, and brag about this too. And Harry Sisson
I just sent it to you. We could show that video as well.
Let's watch it because
I don't understand. And Alex Jones actually subtweeted this and called it, a Democratic voodoo, which is basically what it is. I mean, they're writing Donald Trump and J.D. Vance's name on plates, and then they're smashing it. Number one, what a waste of plates, okay? Let's talk about that. And then let's talk about these gay boys and their fucking safety glasses throwing plates at a fucking wall.
That is right there. That is the epitome of being a man voting for a Democrat now. Like, if you're going to do this, fine. But, like, you want to at least pretend to be tough. I mean, you're throwing fucking plates on the internet, and if the video would load, that would help. But
and the other thing too is Harry Sisson has came out and he's denounced the fact that the Democratic Party has paid him, even though he is actively paid by the Democratic Party.
The community notes, dude. The community notes
raped him.
And said the community notes legit said you are being paid.
Exactly. I don't even know if it's gonna. I don't even know if it's gonna load.
Harry
Sisson is a confirmed soy boy, gay boy, whatever. And if you want to watch him throw a plate like a gay boy against a wall, you can. I don't understand. We'll give it another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not
anyway,
happening.
yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, I'm not gonna waste my time waiting for these two gay boys to fucking throw a plate against the. We're saying gay a lot. It's not in a derogatory term.
I mean, it kind of is.
I mean, it is.
All right. Fine. We'll play it.
Oh, there it is.
So yeah, this is Harry Sisson real quick. In fact, he is a paid influencer from the Democratic Party, despite what he might say, because the community notes fact checked him. Throwing a plate against a wall to rage against wall against a wow.
Throwing a wall
and
a rage against the Project 2025.
Yeah, to rage against Project 2025.
What does that say? Trump banning pain?
Banning porn.
Oh, is he upset about that?
I don't know. Damn it.
We're having technical difficulties.
Well,
but
sorry, fellas. The point is, we've said gay a lot.
We have.
And we're not going to stop.
No.
But I feel like this is just jinxing us. So let's talk about a different thing.
Absolutely. We could
talk about the debate.
Surge off of that, and we can go back to the fact, or not back, but we can move forward to the beautiful. What was beautiful?
Beautiful.
It was a masterclass debate between J.D. Vance and Tim Walz. That
he
kicked
raped
off
him.
This past
just like
Tuesday.
Harry Sisson will be raped once the migrants come over.
He did. And Donald Trump said if it was a fight, they would have threw in the towel, because genuinely that's what they should have done, because Tim Walz was rattled. He came out of the gate. He was rattled. His eyes were bulging. He looked like a moron. He was stumbling and fumbling over his words. And basically, J.D. Vance was calm, cool, collected. Go ahead. You could. Speaking of gay,
real quick, I want to talk about this. Right, this is a man who is in fact gay, and he was talking about J.D. Vance, and specifically, there's I don't want to call it an uproar, but it's like a large consensus of people online that said like J.D. Vance is gorgeous, and his eyes are gorgeous, and just the blue of his eyes, I'm gonna try and riff until this thing loads, just the blue of his eyes and his pink tie, which by the way he was wearing it for breast cancer, just were stunning, and these people their jaws just dropped. So finally the video loads, so we're gonna play this for you guys, and yeah, you guys can decide. This is a TikTok creator, I don't know the name of the I am Dev K. Basically what it is, it's a gay liberal man professing his crush on J.D. Vance after the VP debate. He said J.D. Vance did a good job after the debate. He's a gay man out here, and he's about to vote for Trump. I wish this thing would play, and it doesn't seem to be playing, which is quite frustrating.
that's okay. We could riff. We're having technical difficulties, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it's very funny that there's an uproar. I mean, I don't even know if it's an uproar, but I mean, at least this video was made, and I know the comments underneath it were, they all agreed, which was very funny. I think you're on mine, I'm on yours.
I'm gonna
right?
disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, go ahead. But anyways, so we have a situation where we could just go on to the debate before we circle back to this, but we have a situation unfolding right in front of our eyes during that debate where you can watch Tim Walz get rattled. What was the first freaking question? It was something about bombing Iran.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyways, during the huge overseas war that was going on that unfolded right before the debate, that was the first question. And I will sit here and I will agree the fact that Donald Trump is not always the most well-spoken guy.
No, not at all.
Not at all. I wish that J.D. Vance's charisma and his language that comes out of his mouth and how he speaks would come out of Donald Trump's mouth. But that's not the case, which is fine because J.D. Vance is the running mate of Donald Trump, and the debate showed firsthand why Donald Trump picked J.D. Vance. In record performance by J.D. Vance. I mean, there hasn't been a debate in a long time that was just a calm, cool, collected Republican.
It was civil too.
That's
the thing.
It was civil.
They were like discussing policy, and I genuinely think, like, despite we don't like Tim Walz that much, but I genuinely think they want the same outcome. It appeared to be, they wanted America to succeed, to get better, but they had different approaches and different ways to get there, but ultimately the end goal was still the same. Kamala and Trump, it's a little bit of a different thing, but this was like the first civil debate I've seen since 2012.
I agree. While this is going on, I'll riff on this. Rogue Nicotine. Zins are sponsored by Kamala Harris. Zins have paid a lot of money to the Kamala Harris campaign. It is proven. Tucker Carlson has came out and said that he no longer Zins. He uses another company. I use Rogue Nicotine because I have not figured out whether or not they sponsor Kamala Harris or not. Rogue Nicotine is a very good product. They will bless your day. They make your day so much better. Rogue Nicotine, please sponsor the show.
Speaking of blessing your day real quick, this is that man who was talking about J.D. Vance doing something to him. That gay man. Talking about after the debate. Like I said, talking about J.D.'s eyes, his tie, whatever. You guys will see. There's a little bit of profanity here, but you'll find this entertaining. Here we go. Damn it, technical difficulties, son of a bitch. Well, we're not going to play it for you, folks.
Looks like the studio is under duress.
Under duress.
We got to figure something out.
Do you want to go raw?
We can go raw.
All right, let's go
we can
raw.
Go raw for a little bit. Actually, what I'll probably do is I can disconnect this from yours, and then you could try to. No, it wasn't disconnected.
Yeah.
That was why. Let me see if I have enough bars, and that's a problem.
We're not making any edits here, folks.
No, we're not.
All right, let me try and disconnect from mine real quick.
Mine just came back on, so see if that'll work.
All right, let's try this.
But anyways, so we can go back to the debate. We can,
we'll talk about that.
Exactly. So what I was saying is they opened the debate with a fiery question about the war overseas. And JD Vance, off the jump, said, "I would just like to introduce myself." And me, Luke, and every Republican watching around the world went, "JD, what the fuck are you doing?"
That's what I thought.
You're gonna open this up like Kamala Harris. We're gonna get memed. What are you doing? And then he tied it back in, and that's what he's so good at. We showed it time and time again that he was so good on not exactly saying, "Oh, this is how I feel about this topic." He was denouncing walls, denouncing those stupid moderators.
But being civil about it, too. That's the big thing.
Exactly. So he was denouncing both of them and then tying back into his answer. And he was always circling back to his answer, always answering the questions. And so no matter where you stand on, obviously J.D. Vance has been very outspoken about abortions. You can go back and you can find that.
But he moderated his position for the debate a little bit, which I thought was good.
It was good. And he's came out and said, and so has Donald Trump, nobody wants a nationwide abortion ban. That's not going to happen.
No.
That's not going to happen. But the fact that the leftist media wants to continue to call it the Trump abortion ban, which fires me up to no end.
But it's about repeating the lie, though. You know that more than anybody.
It is, but it's just like, what the fuck is the Trump abortion ban? It makes no fucking sense.
That's the thing.
It makes no fucking sense.
That's the thing. And so, here's one clip right here, and we pray that the internet connection will actually work here. But this is just another clip of J.D. Vance, right? And he was kind of a savage in this regard. So this clip right here, it's him making Tim Walz think he agreed with him and immediately flipping the script. So let's watch this real quick.
First of all, Tim just said...
Fuck!
Damn it.
Hang on. It just paused.
Something that I agree with. We don't...
Ah! God, the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We'll let it load. We could riff on the debate, though, still.
Damn.
We're
having problems, folks.
We are having problems.
Do
you want to pause, and then we can pick back up once we figure it out? Because we do love watching clips on the show.
We do love watching clips. All right, we'll pause it real. Yeah, we're back. Hopefully this plays real quick. Apologies for those technical difficulties, but we think we solved it.
Hopefully.
But yeah, this is another clip real quick, not to kill our momentum, but this is another clip like J.D. Vance like getting Tim Walz to essentially agree with him about this whatever he was talking about. I think it was the migrants, but I'm not sure. Here we go. So this is J.D. Hold on.
It just paused.
Tim just said something that I agree with. We don't want to blame immigrants for higher housing prices. We do want to blame Kamala Harris for letting in millions of illegal aliens.
What the fuck is going on?
Which does drive up costs, Tim. 25 million illegal aliens competing with Americans for scarce homes is one of the most significant drivers of home prices in the country. It's why we have massive increases in home prices that have happened right alongside massive increases in
folks, it's not happening.
It's not, we're raw dogging the rest of the episode.
It's not happening. I'm sorry. I am very sorry. We're not even gonna be able to talk about things like Sydney Sweeney with the video, which would have helped us. Realistically, it would have helped us a lot.
That's unfortunate.
Garth Brooks, we could read articles. The port strikes. We can't
That's
show you
everything
anything
off of the slate, but it's all good.
Of course, it plays right now.
Said something that I agree with. We don't want to blame immigrants for higher housing prices, but we do want to blame Kamala Harris for letting in millions of illegal aliens into this country, which does drive up.
So is that how we have to watch all our clips now?
Shut the hell up. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Sydney Sweeney.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so Sydney, we can't talk. I would love to talk about the debate more, but like literally, it's not working.
No,
it's not working. I don't understand why. I would love to talk about the fact that J.D. Vance completely schooled the moderators. You know what? We are going to talk about it, but I just won't. We'll do Sydney Sweeney next.
Okay.
We're just doing this in real time. I apologize to all of our listeners, all of our viewers that are just watching the shit show currently.
It's almost comical.
It is comical. Did I even hit record? God, I hope so. But like, yeah, go check. God, I hope so. But what I'm looking for real quick, it's recording? Okay. Sorry, fellas. Our producer left us, and he's gone. He's never coming back, so it's just us. And we've been fortunate to make it much better without him. But anyway, not to throw a shot, but I just did. It is what it is. Here we go. So this is J.D. Vance. And honestly, dude, I love this to go back. I absolutely fucking loved what J.D. Vance did. When you literally, the moderators claimed to fact check him, and he fact-checked them back. That was ridiculous. He was well-spoken. He was
pulverized them.
He was articulate. And people in the media were trying to say this, too. They were trying to say that JD was sexist. And you've seen this, too. You told me this, actually.
Yeah.
His beard is toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
What
And Tim Walz's bulging eyes just shows that he cares. It shows his passion. What the fuck are you talking about? His bulging eyes mean that he's rattled. He's rattled.
I think he was certainly rattled. All right, so look at this, dude. This is crazy. I have never seen this in my life in terms of like, because obviously the moderators are a little bit more hostile to Republicans. Everybody knows this. But like the fact that JD came with this heat, and they were talking about the migrant crisis, they were talking about the migrant situation, and literally saying how, you know, migrants, all the Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, are legal immigrants. And he said, listen, like, this is not true. There is a little app, and he fact-checked them. There is a little app where you can track everything that's going on, and if you want housing, I think he was talking about it.
He was saying that if they claim asylum or I mean, we'll just let JD say it. But at the end of the day, but what he was saying was these illegals can come across the border. They can download this app. They can claim asylum, and then they're just immediately granted all these benefits. These benefits that people from North Carolina aren't even seeing these kind of benefits.
Exactly. And I mean, we'll just play this for you, but this is remarkable. Remarkable takedown of the moderators by JD.
Laura, thank you. Senator, we have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important because
we're to turn out of the economy.
Margaret, the rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on. So there's an application called the CBP One app, where you can go on as an illegal migrant, apply for asylum or apply for parole, and be granted legal status at the wave of a Kamala Harris open.
By the way, Tim Walz is like,
coming in, applying for a green card and waiting for 10 years. That is the facilitation of illegal immigration, Margaret, by our own
Thank you, Senator, for
leadership.
describing the legal process. We have so
Kamala
much
Harris
to get
opened up
to,
that
Senator.
pathway.
We have so Laura?
He says those laws have been in effect since 1994 or something like that. There's no apps that were around in 1994.
Bro,
number one,
he schooled them.
He schooled them, and she was so fucking. They both were. They were despicable.
They're rattled,
and they were both rattled. And she, thank you for explaining us how the law works. No, that's not the fucking law. He's explaining to you what this democratic leftist agenda is of getting these millions of migrants in here to vote, to swing the campaign. And it's not even on the slate, Luke, but I want to talk about it because we didn't get a chance to. Confirmed gay man Gavin Newsom has now ruled that we do not need voter identification in California to vote.
This is true, and this is very despicable because obviously you know why.
It's racist. Because it's racist.
It doesn't make sense, right? My fiance, who has not followed politics, didn't really have a political opinion up until this election. Was like, why are they saying it's racist? I said, oh, darling. Because they lie. Because they lie.
Exactly.
Because they lie. God bless her.
Because they're saying those people in these different ethnic groups do not have identification cards. Well, let me riddle me this, Luke.
I will.
I'm going to say this not based on facts sitting in front of me, but just on what everybody knows.
Let's do it.
If you're in a minority group, okay, and there's white trash, so I just want to sit here and say that there is white trash. There's trash in every racial group along the border. Not even along the border, just on the board. I'm getting rattled because I don't know what to say.
No, I think we should take away the whites and people that are white trash personally.
Right, but here's what I'm saying. So if you look at these groups, whether it's white trash, whether it's black Americans, whether it's, Mexican, Hispanic, Latino, the Asians, the Asians don't do this. They're way too smart for this. But what I'm saying is you need an identification card to get booze, which I guarantee you what happens with these low income groups that don't have their identification cards, because that's all they're saying. Because if they're in a high income, they need an identification card. They all have driver's licenses to drive.
Correct. Yeah.
So if you're in a low income situation, most of them drink or smoke, and you need an identification card to get either alcohol or tobacco. Most of them are on welfare, food stamps, SNAP benefits, WIC, anything like that.
Yeah, this is
and
true.
you need an identification card to get that. You need an identification card to pick your kid up from school. You need an identification card to go to school 9 times out of 10. At least in college, you get you get a college ID, something that has your name on it. That is all we're saying. So you can't sit there and call it racist. What it's the radical left trying to ensure that Kamala Harris gets into office. And if you sit there and you say that identification is racist, you're a fucking moron.
I'm so fucking fired. I've been to piggyback off of that. These are the same people that wanted you to get a COVID vaccination ID to get into the fucking grocery store.
To
are
feed
you
your
fucking
family.
kidding me? They wanted you to take their vaccine, and as a result, they wanted you to have proof. They wanted you to not only just say that you had it, no, they wanted a document, a vaccine passport. You couldn't get into the fucking grocery store to buy fucking food. You would starve if it wasn't for this vaccine passport.
But you
mind you, you had to take... excuse me, you had to take against your will. My father had to take it against his will. He tried to apply for the religious exemption for the vaccine, but his work forced him to take it, okay? You had to do this against your will. They fired numerous police officers, numerous blue-collar workers, especially New York City police officers who they welcome back. But, like, dude, against their fucking will. But yet they'll turn around and say that a voting ID is racist.
Right.
Bro, you guys are fucking pieces of shit. And it was
true.
Republicans, too. I think the Republican governor of Alabama, too, was blaming it on the people that were unvaccinated, saying it's a pandemic.
Which at the end of the day, I mean, the pandemic and voter ID are two totally different things, and I understand where you're going with that.
Well, hold on, but what I'm saying though is when you talk about
I get what you're saying, but I was saying like when you talk about the Republicans pushing that,
yeah.
I get that, but what we're trying to emphasize is the fact that 90% of it was, the liberal
Democratic
left,
Party.
and we've never seen anything like a pandemic. So no matter what, I digress. We both digress. But at the end of the day, they did try to make you have an identification card for the vaccine. They did make you need to show your vaccine card to do multiple things that should just be allowed as an American citizen. So the government tried to control you, but now they're saying in the most important election in the United States history, they're saying you do not need to show identification to vote. And you know what? They'll go even further to say that if you do ask for identification, I don't know that it's a crime, but you then are racist. If you say, "Can I have your ID?" and some migrant who doesn't speak English is going to say, and then they're going to go in there and they're going to just fucking vote Kamala Harris, which I don't even know how you do because you don't speak English.
I don't get it.
Which means you don't read English.
I don't get it. In fucking Mexico, they will give you a gift basket if you vote for a certain party. It's no different from here where they will give you Social Security. They'll give you food stamps. They give you all this shit if you come in and you vote for a certain party, okay? They say it's discrimination if you ask for an ID, right, to vote. But then again, they discriminated against millions of people who didn't want to take to take the vaccine. They did. If you didn't want to take the vaccine, they discriminated against you.
Right.
You were not allowed to go in public spaces, bars, gyms, restaurants, grocery stores, churches.
And you were labeled as a piece of shit, mind
you,
Luke.
You were, because you made a decision for yourself. That's the thing. This is for the country, but you made a decision about yourself, and suddenly you were putting other people at risk. Which, by the way, I mean, not to digress into a completely different topic here, but just to point out here that they were saying the COVID vaccine, you would not get COVID, you'd be immune. Rachel Maddow was on MSNBC saying you would not get you would not get the COVID vaccine if you get you would not get COVID
if you get the vaccine. I got you.
Gosh,
good thing I'm here.
Gosh, I'm burning the tires too quickly. So this is
those brain cells that are really rubbing together in there. No, but I'll piggyback off of you until you can gather your tongue. It's ridiculous that they sat there and they lied to you again, time and time again, and it all started with COVID. It's ridiculous that you get lied to and you just accept it. And now they're saying, you were labeled as a piece of shit for not taking the COVID vaccine, right? Because you're putting your fellow Americans at risk.
I fucking remember. I was there. You were there.
Exactly. However, now you're putting fellow Americans at risk by allowing these migrants to come in and to vote without an identification so that they can elect the most radical Democrat that we have ever seen in our life. And I understand that Kamala Harris is just a ploy, okay? She's a retard. Let's be frank. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are both retarded.
They are very retarded.
And so you want to sit there and you want to say that, excuse me, that you are allowing migrants to come in and vote without an identification card, okay? But asking for an identification card is racist.
That's what I don't get, dude. And to segue, because I don't want to get too off the slate here. But, bro, speaking of lying, this Harris-Walz campaign lied, right? This is in the debate. This is Tim Walz lying about his trips to China when he is actually cornered. Good on the moderators for actually doing a decent job on this question. Look at this, man. They corner him, and he calls out his lie. Look at this.
Those are the things that I think are the values that people care about.
Governor, just to follow up on that, the question was, can you explain the discrepancy?
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said. So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests, went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to be in governance.
What? Okay,
but
fellas.
the thing is it was the silence, and I totally get it because I was listening to Ben Shapiro talk about it, and it was so funny. You get in a situation when you're talking, and you know you're talking in front of millions of Americans on television, and you have this awkward silence because you know the moderators just called you out, and the look on his face was, "Oh my God, I thought they were on my side."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought they were on my side.
Well, they're trying to pretend to be objective at least. But for everybody that didn't kind of like understand what we're talking about, so Tim Walz. He claims to have been in China when there was the Tiananmen Square massacre, right? You don't know what it is, look it up. It's tragic. But he was called out, again, many times during the campaign trail, but now specifically in the debate, and saying, like, they're asking him, why did you were not in China during the Tiananmen Square massacre.
Right.
And his trips to China are a whole different thing, right? The connection to the Chinese Communist Party, a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
But this right here saying, like, I'm a knucklehead. He's even said in the past, like, my wife yells about me. Sometimes I misspeak. What? What are you saying? You're the vice presidential candidate for potentially the United States, right? You're going to potentially be in this leadership position.
Right.
And the fact that you just, like, lie continuously, and I get it. Right, I get it. They say Trump lies, whatever the case may be. This is finally loading, by the way. We're going to get to this. But, like, but guys, I don't think you understand, like, these politicians, they don't care. A lot of them don't care. And he'll just tell, Tim Walz in particular, will tell a bold-faced lie. And it's just very infuriating.
And that's not even the first one.
Exactly.
He's been caught in so many. And the thing is, yeah, Tim Walz might have never came out and said that he saw active duty, even though he did. But the issue is that he sat there. He sat there and he allowed people to talk about him while he was in their presence about how he saw active duty, how he carried guns, all these things, and he never denounced it, and that is disgusting. And the fact that J.D. Vance during the debate never called him out on that.
I think it was to not appear to be hostile and
right,
just to win
which
over
is
the people,
perfectly
which is
fine,
but it had to be deeply offending for him.
J.D. Vance was literally killing them with kindness.
I know. And speaking of J.D. Vance, right? So this is what we tried to play earlier, and hopefully we get to play it now. Basically, there was a whole thing about J.D. Vance, like I said before, about his eyes and that it did something to people. This is a gay man, a gay Democrat, talking about J.D. Vance after the debate and what he did to him. Here we go.
Babe, I'm going to be honest. Last night, I don't have ovaries. Obviously, I'm a man. But last night...
It wasn't meant to be. God. Folks, it wasn't meant to be. We're not even gonna.
It wasn't meant to be.
We're not even gonna. I'm sorry, folks. It's the hand of God telling us to move on from the topic.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Anyways, but we could sum it up. He said J.D. Vance did something to him, and that's what it is. I am Dev K. Is that what his name is?
Yeah, I am Dev K.
Yeah, you could go out and watch a video that we're trying to watch. Literally, the title of it is J.D. Vance did something to me. And he's just talking about how during the debate, J.D. Vance had the look, his eyes. You know, he is handsome. I sat next to my girlfriend the entire debate, and she literally sat there and said, "Listen, I understand. Like, to be frank, J.D. Vance is an attractive man, which he is. He's a good looking dude.
That's objective.
It is. It is objective. He's a good looking dude. Do you mean objective or subjective?
Objective, meaning like he's objective, like he has good eyes, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Anyways, not the point. But like to sit there and I keep saying to sit there. I keep noticing that I say that. But to tell me that Tim Walz won that debate, which some people think he did, which is asinine. Those are the complete MSNBC brainwashed people that think Tim Walz won that debate. CNN came out and they said that Tim Walz did not have a great night, which he didn't.
CNN. Let's talk about CNN real quick.
We can talk about CNN
just real quick because we have to get this. But CNN has been getting better, like objectively better. They're starting to listen. They're left, right? I don't think they're ever going to go right, but they're starting to get a little bit more to the middle,
right?
Which I appreciate. I appreciate the dissenting opinions because now me and my mom, right, people in our family, we might turn on CNN every now and then. We do not turn on MSNBC.
No,
but
you could turn on CNN and you can see when they are being very far left and when they are talking about Kamala Harris or maybe they're denouncing Donald Trump. But like you said, there are some instances where we're seeing clips on X because obviously Luke and I don't turn on CNN. I don't know about you. It's not my go-to.
No.
But you can look at these clips on CNN and they are actually sitting there and they're telling you the truth because the Democratic Party is doing so bad. They're doing so bad that even CNN has to sit there and go, listen, we can't side with these retards. Like, we can't side with them. They're so dumb.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, I agree. But
politics, baby.
But the transition, we're going to go a little bit out of politics a little bit. Do you guys know Sydney Sweeney? You know
America's
Sydney Sweeney?
sweetheart.
America's sweetheart. She is our generation's Marilyn Monroe, Sydney Sweeney.
She really is. And she popped off of Euphoria.
Euphoria in 2018, I believe.
Yeah. And she's been here to stay ever since.
She's whipping them out for the boys. Sydney Sweeney, what has she done? She is now the new face of Dr. Squatch.
Yeah, and she's hosted SNL. Obviously, she's on Euphoria. She's in a plethora of movies.
Anyone But You.
Yeah, it's a great movie. That's a movie, right?
Yeah.
Anybody But You. Yeah, we watched that actually. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Me and my fiance saw it too, and I will emphasize my fiance because this is just me referring to other men thinking Sydney Sweeney is objectively attractive. So what did she do? She is the new face of Dr. Squatch. She has a new a new ad for Dr. Squatch that it broke the internet. She is the spokesperson for Dr. Squatch, and we're gonna play it. And if you feel away, then turn off the video. But we're gonna play it.
If you feel away, if you feel a tingling, Harry Sisson, if you're watching this and you feel any sort of tingling in your balls, that just means that you are confirmed straight, and you need to switch parties.
Yeah. Anyway, but Sydney Sweeney playing to her MAGA base. Here we go.
Sydney Sweeney. Body wash, Genie.
Let's face it, guys only want one thing.
Wish I had something natural instead of this synthetic body wash. Sydney Sweeney, body wash genie?
Dr. Squatch Natural Body Wash for Men. They're tired of smelling thirsty.
Sydney Sweeney. Holy coconuts, it even smells natural.
And it's moisturizing. At the end of the day, they just want to crack open a natural one with the boys.
Sydney Sweeney, body wash genie.
Dr. Squatch Body Wash for men who prefer natural.
Well, hold on. Now, just when you would have thought, oh, that's cool. Why are they showing me? Why are the podcast people showing me this? Well, fellas,
just wait.
Just you fucking wait. So this is Sydney Sweeney's second ad for Dr. Squatch.
Hello, you dirty little boys. Are you interested in my body? Wash? Well, you can't have it. Because this isn't for boys, it's for men. This is Dr. Squatch Natural Body Wash. With long-lasting natural aromas like wood barrel bourbon, pine tar, coconut castaway, and fresh falls, you'll finally get the attention you deserve. So go to drsquatch.com today and quit being a dirty little boy.
Dirty boy.
I bought 5.
I'm a dirty boy.
I bought 5.
I bought 5.
Oh, wow.
I bought the variety pack. I bought all of them.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
I don't either. I don't want it to make us seem like actual pigs, but obviously Sydney Sweeney is signing up for this.
Real quick, can I just say A+. To the marketing team.
Wow.
A fucking plus.
Dr. Squatch, you know what the fuck you're doing.
A+. You know who your audience is.
Sponsor us.
Holy, please.
We'll put it right here. We'll take the Trump hat out. Honestly,
we will.
This goes deeper than politics.
Yes.
We will remove this hat.
So the next thing, Sydney Sweeney. endorse him. Endorse Trump. We know you got caught. You were at the MAGA themed wedding last summer.
Yep.
Okay. We know that you let him hang out a little bit on SNL in front of all the liberal white women, right? They were pissed. And then you continue to just make comments in the media about how you're jealous of your friends because they're starting to have children and you would love to have children.
She's a family woman.
Dude, endorse him. Endorse Trump, please.
Yeah.
You're not going to see this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Sydney Sweeney, it all will line up. Endorse Trump. Endorse Trump.
Yes.
Your base is conservative men.
It
conservative
really is.
men.
Straight men, because that is what what the Republican Party is.
Conservative men. I don't know what else to say. E.J. Johnson, take a look at this and tell me. E.J. Johnson, take a look at this and tell me you're not attracted to Sydney, objectively attracted to Sydney Sweeney. Like, I don't get it.
Fuck that. Magic Johnson, you want to sit there and you want to talk about what black men need to do? What black men need to do is they need to watch this commercial, and then they need to go, wow. They need to go, wow. And then they need to come watch this podcast where we're calling out every single Democratic bullshit lie. And you need to vote for Donald Trump.
You might be accused of making black men go with white women. The black women aren't going to like that.
If you want to look at the statistics and you want to make a joke.
Oh, boy.
There's nothing that fits better than a black man and a fat white woman.
That's the truth, but Sydney Sweeney is anything but fat.
I agree. However, I think objectively, no matter what,
I don't want my fiance to be
I don't think
mad
there's
at
a
me.
single black man out there that would say Sydney Sweeney is ugly,
E.J.
unless
Johnson.
it was E.J. Johnson.
Can that be the new running joke? I'm so happy, by the way, that we got the Wi-Fi working again. But
I know we're balling, baby.
I know we are balling. All right, real quick, we got to get to the. You want to go to Garth Brooks or the port strike? We can
honestly, we could just pass on Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks, I'll do a quick run through while you look for that dude from the port strike. So,
real quick. Do you want to get the full clip of him talking? Or like describing all his possessions and stuff?
Do the clip of him talking.
Okay.
Anyways, so we'll just touch on this. Garth Brooks, obviously huge country musician, has now been accused of sexual assault by a makeup lady that was coming to his house. He apparently, the details were very graphic. Obviously, it's just an accusation so far. However, what she is saying is that she came over to do his makeup. He then was just, full boner, standing there saying how he would love for her to suck his wiener until he put his excrement all over her face while she's wearing her glasses.
Garth Brooks is Kamala. He is a Kamala Harris supporter, by the way.
He is through and through. And I just want to throw out there, obviously, if you watched the show before we made this turn, Luke and I are huge comedy fans, and Tom Segura has nailed down the point of the Where's the Bodies Garth. He's fucked with Garth Brooks for a while now, and it's all coming to light. And honestly, I can see it coming, because as much as Garth Brooks is a family man and this huge country musician, these people of power, which Garth Brooks is, he's probably one of the most powerful country musicians of I don't want to say our generation, but definitely our parents' generation. Everybody knows who Garth Brooks is, and so I'm not surprised, because at this point you can cheer and you can say, oh, I'm a fan of whoever, but just don't be surprised when they come out and they're at a Diddy party. Like when you look at celebrities, when you look at these people with money and power, you just can't be surprised that they're sick, twisted individuals.
And it's a shame too, but we have to remember these people are not regular working class people. They have much more money than us. And as a result, they're fitting into these different cliques, and their perception of like what the world really is distorted. But yeah, like, to transition from that, you want to talk about somebody that people think is a shitty person now, Garth Brooks. A lot of people have different opinions on the leader of the Port Workers Union. So real quick, we're going to play this for you guys, and then we could get kind of opinionated based off of like what we think. So this is the guy that's organizing the strike, right? The Port Workers strike, or did. They suspended it. It'll resume January 15th, I believe.
Yeah, and I also want to say he is the union president, I think.
He is the union president,
right.
Yeah.
So he's the union president, so he has to say all these things, and he has to be there for his workers. So before we get into the clip, play the clip, and then
we'll play the clip, and then we'll.
Do you worry that this
They
strike...
have the capital to settle this.
Damn it! That's depressing. That's hold on. We'll play this
Are
again.
you worried that this strike?
Technical difficulty.
The Capitol to settle this thing.
Are you worried that this strike is going to hurt the everyday American, the farmers that need to reach the export market?
So basically, he's sitting there and he's saying that he's going to cripple the U.S. economy and whatever. And then we can go on, scroll up a little bit so I can read the exact. So this guy made $900,000 last year. He lives in a mansion that I want to say was bigger than somebody's. Did you tell me that?
Yeah, I can. Elon Musk.
Yeah,
actually.
it's Elon. It's bigger than Elon Musk's
I can
house.
pull that up too.
And then the average port worker makes over $100,000 a year. Kamala.
Real quick, go ahead. Sorry.
Kamala Harris did side with them. And now before we diverge too far, I want to sit there and say I do see both sides. Now, obviously, this guy is the union president. He makes a lot of money. That's no secret. And these union guys are all making over $100,000. But when you look at who owns the ports, they are billionaires. So that's what he's saying is they have the capital to pay them. Now, before we, again, get too far, let us be known that there is not a single port in the United States that ranks in the top 50 of, speed in unloading these ships because all ports across the all ports across the world are using automation. So it is cheaper to use automation. It is faster to use automation.
We actually have a video about that showing what automation really. Do you want to play it?
I'd love to, but
I know. All right, so real quick, this right here, we'll play the sound. This is a guy on the West Coast.
And ILA is fighting against this right here. I'll tell you right.
We'll resume. Hold on.
I'm a longshoreman for LA Long Beach, and ILA is fighting against this right here. I'll tell you right now. See that? There's nobody there. Automation. I work at an automated dock.
Look at that. That's all AI.
Yeah.
They're losing thousands of jobs. So you got all these machines. Look at all these machines right here. There's no people.
Look at that, man.
They ain't paying no taxes. They ain't paying no money. This is what ILA is fighting about. This all used to be filled with top handlers, UTR drivers, clerks, all this yard. Look how big this yard is. And there ain't hardly any people on this thing. This is what they're fighting about. I work at an automated dock right here, Port of LA, Long Beach. Keep fighting, brothers. Keep fighting.
All right, and so real quick, what that is it's not impacting the East Coast. Or rather, what he's doing is not impacting the East Coast. So the strike is on the East Coast, but the West Coast is not impacted by this.
No.
Is what I'm trying to say.
No. And I do understand completely where they're coming from because it is taking jobs away from...
Shit, sorry.
No, you're good. It is taking jobs away from Americans. So, I mean, I see both sides of it. However, I've said this to Luke. I've said this to my girlfriend. I've said this to people I work with. They got the wrong guy.
Yeah.
They got the wrong guy sitting here and yelling. And I understand he's a union president, but they have the wrong guy saying that he's going to cripple the economy. When you're doing a strike like this that is going to directly affect families, I had to go out and buy more formula for my baby. And people are going, and of course, the toilet paper and the paper towels are the first thing that fucking goes. But everything just goes, and so now the economy's already shit, and now you have him on there threatening you, and then you're making people go out with what money that they maybe don't have, and going out and trying to buy a surplus of stuff because they don't know what's going to go and how quickly it's going to go. So they have the wrong guy who lives in a mansion who has it was a Benz, right?
We'll pull that up, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get that full clip because I think it's fully loaded now. We'll see.
Okay.
Settle this thing.
Are you worried that this strike is going to hurt the everyday American, the farmers that need to reach the export market? They're telling me that they're going to hurt through
Now
all
you
of this.
start to realize who the longshoremen are, right?
Nobody cares.
People never gave a about us until now, when they finally realized that the chain is being broke now. Cars won't come in. Food won't come in. Clothing won't come in. You know how many people depend on our jobs? Half the world. And it's time for them and time for Washington to put so much pressure on them to take care of us, because we took care of them, and we're here 135 years and brought them where they are today, and they don't want to share.
All right, so real quick, I think, like you said, this may be the wrong guy.
Right.
What do we mean? Well, somebody did an in-depth analysis of the president of the labor union for the longshoremen, specifically on what he was wearing, and they broke down every single thing. And to also take this into account, too, he does own a Bentley, I believe. His house is bigger than Elon Musk's. In fact, Elon quoted a tweet saying, because there was an aerial shot of this guy's house, Elon quoted a tweet saying that this guy's house is bigger than his. And so this is that guy, right? We're going to wait for this to load a little bit here. It's got a buffer, but I'm just going to read it to you. So the port worker union leader wears $10,000 chains, $1,500 glasses, owns a $345 Bentley. Okay, so not $1 million.
$345,000.
Sorry, wow. Not $1 million. And 4 other cars in his 5-car garage, and just sold his 76-foot yacht. This guy is shutting down America for 61% pay increase because 50% isn't good enough. Look at this, man. Here's the proof right here, and it's loading a little bit, so I apologize. It's buffering. But look at this. $1,500 sunglasses while you are claiming that you are not being paid enough. I'll say this again. $1,500 Cartier sunglasses, $1,200, sorry, that right there you're wearing when you are claiming that you are not being paid enough. $10,000 14-karat yellow gold railroad chain when you are claiming you are not being paid enough. This guy is the wrong messenger. Here is his aerial shot of his home. Look at all of this. This is a lot of square feet. I don't know how much, but it's certainly more than my home. Look at this. Look at the yacht that he just sold. 76 feet yacht. He just sold this, but he claims that he is not being paid enough. So as I sympathize with his cause, very much so. I understand that they have the ability to cripple our economy. We got a lot of gas. I own a lawn care business, right? We need a lot of gas. We're scared that the prices are going to go up.
Right.
It'll cripple us, and we'll have to raise our prices. So I understand what this guy is saying. I empathize with the workers. Wrong messenger.
Wrong messenger.
Very wrong messenger.
Wrong messenger and the wrong way to deliver the message. Don't threaten to cripple the economy. Like, you need to be sitting there and you need to make fellow Americans feel bad for you.
Because if it wasn't for us, though, they would not be in business.
Exactly.
If we were not purchasing things from, say, Amazon, anywhere, really, Walmart,
Temu.
right? Temu, yeah, honestly. What's the other one? The other Chinese company?
Wayfair?
No, the clothing one.
Oh,
yeah.
I forget. I can't think.
Who cares, right? Anyway, so we are the ones that are purchasing all these products.
Wish?
If it wasn't for maybe Wish, yeah. If it wasn't for us,
Right.
like purchasing products, you would not have a job. Very wrong messenger. You put a guy in there that at least pretends to be humble. Bro, you could have just put on a different outfit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Why do you have to be Mr. Moneybags on the union, the strike line?
Right.
You know what I mean? I just don't understand that. Wrong messenger. Good message, because the workers in the ports on the East Coast, they get paid like $25,000 less than the West Coast guys.
Right.
And so there you go.
But it's very funny too, because if you just changed the messenger and you changed your message of saying the reason that we are on strike is because we can't pay our bills, we can't afford our mortgage.
It's reasonable. It's reasonable.
Like that's understandable. Say like, oh, we live on the East Coast, East Coast, right?
Yeah.
If we live on the East Coast and our we can't afford the cost of living, anything like that. Make us then feel bad for you. But you're going to sit there and you're going to say that, since COVID, our wages have not been able to, they haven't maintained with the inflation. Guess what, Dick Cheese? Nobody's wages have. Not a single wage has. And so you have people that are making 40, 50, 60 grand a year. Some people times on the low end, $25,000 to $35,000 a year. And then you're going to sit here with $900,000 a year plus being the union president. I think he got an extra $175,000 or something like that.
I think I read that too.
So you're looking at somebody who's a millionaire, obviously a millionaire. And then you're going to tell me...
It says, not to cut you off, but it literally says right here, this guy made $900,000 last year. Okay, the president. The average port worker makes $147,000 with $35,000 in annual medical benefits. He says a 50% pay raise isn't good enough. It doesn't care if the strike destroys regular Americans. This is real, though. This is real. Listen, I empathize with the port workers that are really getting hurt, because there are really port workers that are really getting hurt. I get that.
Right.
But bro, like you're saying, and not to cut you off, I apologize, but
no.
Wrong messenger.
Right.
Wrong messenger. People say this a lot about Trump. This guy right here, wrong messenger.
Exactly. But they say it about Trump, but Trump's not even the wrong messenger, because Trump is an American who took a bullet for the country.
He literally did.
There's videos of him on 9/11 sending his workers there to try to make sure that everybody stays. Wow. Ruined the clippability there. they say that Donald Trump is the wrong messenger. You know, he took a bullet for this country, obviously. There's videos of him on 9/11 being probably one of the most patriotic people I've ever seen in my life.
True.
Donald Trump got shot and literally stood up and said, fight, fight, fight. He is one for you.
Exactly.
He's one for the Americans. And he's not asking for your money. He's not asking for any of that. But this man here, who's making $900,000 a year, plus benefits and everything on top of that, so over $1 million a year, he is then trying to get more.
Yeah.
He's as bad as Zelensky.
I know. Damn. Well,
Browns?
Yeah, we got to go quick though. All right, Browns versus who do we play? Commanders. We got an opportunity to go 1-4. We got an opportunity to go 2-3.
So we're going to go 1-4 against the Washington Commanders this week. Formerly known as the Washington Redskins, they are going to bend us over backwards. Nick Chubb makes his return this week. We need to run the ball, but we don't have a single competent person on the offensive line to block for him.
Deshaun Watson's going to get killed. He'll probably throw 2 to 3 picks.
I was literally about to say I see 2 picks. I do low-key see maybe a 1 Nick Chubb fumble. I just think the Browns we're going to think that they're going to do good and they're just going to unravel.
You know, but what we've been saying though is we think they're going to do good every week and they suck. So
I
personally think they're going to suck. I think Deshaun Watson's going to suck. I think Nick Chubb is going to suck. I think they're all going to suck, and Jaden Daniels is just going to eat them alive.
I agree.
All right, folks. So yeah, that's the show. New set. Okay, listen. It's mostly functional. We had a couple issues on the Wi-Fi. We'll get there, okay? Have patience with us. Empathize with us, okay? And yeah, dude, I'm so happy that we were able to do
99.
This. Shout out to us, 99. We might get hammered for 100.
I think we are.
I would love to get hammered for 100.
I think we're going to drink some booze for 100.
And we'll get better Wi-Fi, too.
Absolutely.
We'll purchase some Wi-Fi routers. But yeah, dude, this has been a blast. We are building. We're truly building here. And it's something very exciting to see. We're like 2,000 watch hours away. We got 1,000 right now. We're 2,000 watch hours away from getting subscriptions on YouTube, which is huge, and then 3,000 away from getting monetized. We're putting clips out every week, not just shorts, but like legit long-form clips that are doing really well. So we appreciate you, the viewer. Please share this, like, subscribe, comment something dirty, maybe not, whatever you want. But thank you for your support. Seriously, we appreciate you. We will see you. Have a good one.